normal, everything. It's not really so. It's just because of when you are touching their what you call those politicians' advantage, then they will turn down for sure. They will turn down. So, like for example, why this what you call this fast track what you call that nowadays they are doing the what you call ECRL, is it the name? The high speed train where they are still ongoing, right? Last time actually there is already been suggested since I was still in university, because you see when about technologies, the policies all about technologies, they will need to study by the academic side of Malaysia. And you thought who give them the ideas on how to I mean on the policies? Those we all know that most of the politicians do not have a very high education background. Some of them are even idiots. So right. So although it's a shame to say that, but somehow yes, our politicians, most of them are really idiots. So how on earth they can come up with a good policies to take care with? So they're actually divided into the universities, to the academic side of Malaysia, which have lots of talented people. So they will suggest for them. So that's why I have been involved in that, and then I suddenly know that it's not that we don't have a good policy. It's that because all these policies were actually having an issue with the advantage of the politicians. So bye. Well, no people will push the money away, even I'm rich, right? So okay, now let's come back here. Okay, so so with this we are actually finishing 2.4. So well, let's go through. Isotope no need to define, we already know. So table shows the numbers of proton, neutron, and electrons in P, R, and W, where the atom P has 11 protons, 12 neutrons, and 11 electrons. R, 12 protons, 12 neutrons, 12 electrons, while W has 11 protons, 13 neutrons, 11 electrons, sorry. So the one which is isotope will be P and W. Why? Because they have the same proton number. Remember, no matter carbon 12, carbon 14, carbon 16, they are always having the same numbers of proton, because numbers of proton in nucleus will determine what types of element it is. Okay, the only difference is on the neutrons number. Okay, so give the reason, because both atoms has the same numbers of proton but different numbers of neutron, like I mentioned just now. Okay, so this is the standard answer. How you gonna answer these questions? Okay. And what is the use of atom W in the field of engineering and industry? Okay, W is actually the what I call just now, we call it as a 11 I think it's 11 I think sodium, is it? Yeah, it's sodium. Yeah, so that's why it's the leakage of underground piping. So we can check is to detect the leakage of underground pipes. You need to later after some, because we haven't entered the periodic table yet. When we enter the periodic table, I think it's on chapter 3. Then you will keep on doing all those exercise, then you will know. After that, you will be automatically be quite familiar with those elements. Okay, so why those Form 5 having issues on this subject is not because of his heart. It's just that they didn't do enough work, so that they can't remember even the what I call some elements, the quite what you call, normally we say quite popular. Those with popular elements I don't understand. Like I can remember it because still I normally use it in my works. So that's why I can remember some of it, not really all. Okay, so but somehow the idea here is you are the one who need to take exam, not me. So you have to remember somehow. Okay. So try to do this. Given that the abundance of what you call wait, I trying to let me cut this out so that you can have a better look on the okay. So wait. Automatic. Let's try to do this questions. 是吧？
1点的话，它天气热到已经
哦，是哎，是很热，quite hot today, really. But nowadays, this phenomena will gonna last until let's say August.
啊
Oh,
，why？
I don't know, but we are actually in the what you call in the middle of what you call they say heat what you call they say it's or something like a heat wave. Heat wave has been hit us, and this situation should last until August. Well, this is predicted by our own what you call that the weather forecast. Well, at Malaysia weather forecast never be accurate, so well, we can't blame them, right? We don't have a really good, I mean, equipment. So, okay, try to do this. OK，那个贤君，因为你是没有那个什么，你现在在外面嘛，你就没有做了。等下你迟点的时候你自己做。
你开着麦。
等下。 OK，我给多I give you another 2 minutes， then 我们讨论哦。So then I will send this into the group later. I'll send this slide into the group. Since we finish chapter what I call, we finish already chapter 1 and 2, right? Shall we straight away move to chapter 3 or wait? Your school until chapter
now
2.3.
today's
I see.
我到那边
Naphthalene 那边啊，Naphthalene 那边的话就是那个 experiment 哈
我才做完
，experiment 那个应该是在第3课的了哦。哎，没有，那个是第2课了。Naphthalene 是我们那天讲的那个哈，我们之前有讲过哈。啊，那个 slide 里面好像有过，我记得。Naphthalene 不在前面罢了哦。对，你没有做那个 experiment
做到很成功
啊，这样就 OK。有做 experiment 就好，因为 experiment 很重要啊，其实。OK， done. So let us discuss the answer. Okay, so wait. So given that the abundance of oxygen 16 is 99%, 99.757%, while oxygen 17 is 0.038%, and oxygen 18 is 0.205%, he wants you to calculate the relative atomic mass. So we just use 99.757 times 16, 0.308 times 17, 0.205 times 18, then over 100. So you get the answer should be 16.05. Do you get correct? Correct, huh? Good. So now with this, we finish chapter, what you call? Chapter 2. So later I will send what I call that homework for chapter what I call chapter 3. So today we're going to learn the mole concept, chemical formula, and equations. Okay, so starting from here are the one which is more challenging in your chemistry. Okay, so for chapter 2, I will send into the group. Plus the student group. So if you are not inside the student group, please let me know. Okay, so this is your for chemistry. Okay, chapter 2. Okay, so kindly do the what I call? Kindly do the what I call notes, okay? And also I will wait. Let me give you the what I call as well. Because I didn't provide with you the chapter 1 questions, right? Chapter 1我有给你们题目做完，没有啥？没有，应该是不需要了。我也是知道应该不需要。But then, okay, it's okay. Still, okay. So we can do question. We'll do the. Okay, so 我们有。Okay, so try to do this. Okay, it's your assignment for 2 weeks. Okay, you are allowed to finish it within 2 weeks. Okay, then we will discuss in the class. So it's an assignment for 2 weeks. Assignment for chapter 1 and 2. Okay, so please finish within in 2 weeks' time. So this is the one. So now let's continue for chapter 3. So where we will learn the mole concept. What is mole? Okay, it's actually a measurement. The measurement for your for the what you call that? The measurement for your chemicals, or we call the substances, and then the chemical formula. How we check the chemical formula, and also the equations, the chemical equations. So now, first, we have to recheck again the relative atomic mass, which is RM. So atom. Oh, this one is too small. Sorry. You. 这个是多少 percent 啊？它没有调了哦。没有，它换不了。没有，它就算是我放不到大，不要紧，我先 check 这样 check。我放大一点呢，等下我才来这样子移。So atom is a very small and it is impossible to weigh the mass of an atom in gram by using any electronic balance. Okay, thus the chemists actually compare the mass of an atom with a standard atom. Okay, due to the what we call the small size, or we call the small mass of the atom. So that's why they compare all to a standard atom. Means that each atom actually will have a different weight. Okay. However, we are all referring into the standard one. So the mass of an atom when compared to a standard atom, we call it as a relative atomic mass. Okay, so the main idea is the mass of atom. Okay, standard one is called relative atomic mass, and the relative atomic mass has no unit because it's not really the actual mass but only a comparison value. It's just a comparison value. Okay, so for example, hydrogen. At first, it was earlier chosen as a standard form, and the mass of one hydrogen atom is assigned as 1 unit. Okay, so one hydrogen atom last time was assigned 1 unit. So why they choose? Because it's the lightest atom that we have, and rejected because first, not many elements can be reacted with the hydrogen. Okay, first, not all elements can react with hydrogen. Second, it exists as a gas and difficult to handle. That is why it gets rejected. Now, then they change to oxygen. Now, for oxygen, okay, why they choose it? Because it's easier to handle compared to hydrogen, and then more readily available. Means that it's easier for us to get on our hand. Okay, so not get by our hand, it means that we can put our hands on this hydrogens. So it reacts with almost all of the elements. However, why we reject it? Because the first thing first is they have a existence of isotope, which is oxygen 16, oxygen 17, oxygen 18. But the physics, they are using mass of oxygen 16 as a standard, whereas the chemists, they are using the average value of the mass of 3 isotopes as a standard. So that's why we can't come into an agreement for all the what you call different field. So that's why they reject as well. And then finally, the hero, carbon 12. Okay, so carbon 12. Okay, the mass of one carbon 12 we say as we give him a 12 unit. Okay, one carbon 12 equals to 12 unit. Why they choose it? Because first, carbon 12 we normally use as a reference standard. Okay, reference standard in the mass spectrometer, and then most of the element can combine with carbon 12, and then it's even easier to handle and get it because it exists as solid. It's a solid at room temperature and easier to handle. And carbon 12 is the carbon isotope with 98.89% abundance, where carbon 13 and 14 is only 1 to 11%. So the average mass is almost very near to 12. Okay, because the abundance is very high, almost 100%, 98, 99% is actually carbon 12, while 13 and 14 only 1.11. Okay, so this is why. Now, so from the carbon 12 scale, the relative atomic mass, okay, of an element is an average of one atom of the element when compared to the 1/12 times the mass of the times the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So it means that we compare the average mass of the atom of that element with 1/12 carbon 12 atom. Okay, because one carbon 12 atom it has a 12 units. So the formula comes in. This is the formula. Relative atomic mass is equals to the average mass of one atom per element over by the mass of the one atom of 12 times this one. Okay, so this is the formula. So for example, wait, let me check first. Okay. So for example,因为我昨天没有睡觉。Okay, for helium, okay. Now the one how to say, from this diagram, one atoms of the mass of one helium atom is 4 times greater than the 1/12 times of the mass of one carbon 12. Okay, so we can say that therefore the relative atomic mass is 4 units because it equals to 4 of the 1/12 of the carbon 12 atom. So means that this is actually 1 unit. So now there's 4 units of them. So 1 helium atom equals to 4 units the weight. Can you understand? So the other way, given that the mass of one nitrogen is 14 times greater than 1/12 times of the mass of one carbon 12 atom, means that is 14 units, right? Because 1/12 is actually 1 unit. So means that this one is 14 units. So determine the relative atomic mass of the nitrogen atom. So when we say the mass of one hydrogen atom is 14 times greater than 1/12 times the blah 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 blah. So we can say 14 times 1/12 times 12. So it's still 14 unit. Do not forget unit. The answer is 14 is wrong. Should be unit. Okay, do not forget that. Normally we will say it's unit. Okay, easy, quite easy actually. So try to do this. Why I give you the answer? Sorry, here. So determine how many times. No, I think we have a. Oh yeah, we have a question. It's okay. I can go through this. So determine how many times greater are 2 silver atoms compared to 4 aluminum atoms. Silver in do you still remember in your periodic table we call it as, remember this argentum, Ag, okay, argentum. So the mass of 2 silver compared to 4. So from here we know that the relative atomic mass for aluminum is 27, argentum is 108. So the mass of 2 silver atom equals to Q times greater than the mass of 4 aluminum atoms. So we calculate this. So 2 times 108, which is the argentum, equals to Q times 4 times 27. So you will get 216 equals to Q times 108. So take this, you will get Q equals to 2. So we know that 2 silver atoms are 2 times greater than 4 aluminum atoms. So it's a simple math. Okay, it's just simple math where it's like It's like you lead argentum is means that 2 Ag equals to Q times 4Al. So put inside 2 times 108 equals to Q times 4 times 27. So rearrange Q equals to 2108 over by 427. So equals to 2. That's all. Very easy. Okay? Can I? So try to do this. How many times greater are 2 bromine atoms compared to the 5 oxygen atoms? Oops, sorry. Here. So for this week, okay, because of Ryan, so we have no class on for now Saturday first. Friday, I'm still thinking about it.
Don't think about it.
Then you need to do displacement. You see?
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me check first. Let me think about it first. Okay. Okay, so let us continue. So the answer, okay, shall be, okay, so the mass of two bromine atom will be the blah, blah, blah. Okay, we just check this. So two bromine atom equals to Q times 5 oxygen atom. So bromine is 80, oxygen is 16. So we just divided it, you will get Q equals to 2, where 2 bromine atoms are 2 times greater than 5 oxygen atoms. Okay, quite easy. So try to do the other one here. Okay, how many oxygen atoms that have the same mass as a 1 atom of sulfur? Okay, so let me check. Friday. From Tuesday to Thursday. I guess I will just cancel the class on the record. Saturday. Friday maybe no, because actually according to the calendar, Friday is still the what you call? Yeah, it's still under pause, right? It's not really the what you call the public holidays. Yeah. Although public holidays the on Sunday where they will shift to Monday, but for my side, no shift. So because I have class on Sunday as well, so that's why. I'm very partner tomorrow. Then I have a class another, and I have sometimes I have to do the replacement for my professors as well on the university side. So that's why. Okay, so high chances are just Saturday lah. Only Saturday. So Saturday just involve Form 4 and Form 5 lah. Okay, so try to do this. Done.
它跟上面两个一样就是
他是问你有多少个oxygen 跟等于一个 sulfur， 其实是一样的。你这样子算啊，就是变成 Q 现在在前面 ，Q 乘以 oxygen 等于一个 sulfur。然后 is like Q times how many Q times oxygen equals to 1 sulfur. So just it's actually similar to the top, the above one. The way of doing it is just similar actually. Okay. Today there are quite a lot of requests from the what you call, quite a lot of requests from the no parent actually. To have a what you call a holiday on the same time. That's why I was agreeing. That's why I'm so good on agreeing it. Holiday on holiday on what you call is how many? Is on 22 of April 2013 and 18 Saturday for Hari Raya. Okay, so let me. Point 4, 5. One dark group. Hey, oh, wait a minute. So done. So let's discuss. So the mass of oxygen, mass of Q atoms of oxygen equals to mass of one atom of sulfur, like I mentioned. Q times 60 equals to 1 times 32. You will get Q equals to 2. So the numbers of oxygen atom will equals to 2. Okay, you get the answer? Okay, good. So now the hardest, a bit hard one is here. So try to do on this way. This one I will just copy out for you guys.
The answer is all true.
Already?
Yeah. The one, the total one is also true. The 2%.
Okay, so I will give you one which is not true. This one for sure is not true, for sure. Okay. Okay, so try to do this questions. Is it clear enough? If no, so many bigger a bit. Okay, I try to do these questions. Wait, let me copy a bit. Okay. You can see? Can I? On this Saturday, Friday, I will just continue the class as well.
All right.
Friday, Friday，8号就我们讲完几课啊？好像还在第二课，不是 ？We haven't entered. We still in chapter 2, right? Yeah. And that's the one actually we are quite slow. Your school I think is quite fast.
We did the PT and the admin one.
Oh yeah, I know. I understand. The check for the what you call the
Evidence.
yeah, which is on chapter 3 already.
I don't know.
Hmm?
No, it's still chapter
Oh, really?
2 or
I thought it's already on chapter 3. Wait, let me. It's okay. Let me check first. Because for Friday, if I want to take a break, it's still okay. The only reason why I don't want is due to it's due to your biology. Because
biology we are slow.
we are actually, because there are 15 topics of them. And if I'm not mistaken, we are still in chapter 2. And we are not even finished it. If we are finished it, then yes, we might be able. Because we are still in the halfway. We just finished the what you call those what you call the sieve tube element, all those. We haven't go into the plant cell yet. We just finished the what you call, so that's why I'm not so sure about your school teach until where. 文成，你的学校教到哪里了？这个 chemistry？ 哦，他应该是用那个
chemistry
啊
chemistry 然后第2点多要第3了，好像是
2点多还是第3？你们是到2点
2点多，2点多，
你也是到2点多。然后那个叫什么名字？你们的那个biology
bio 啊
，bio
我不记得了，不好意思。
他进 epidemic 吗？
没有。
这还在第2课啊？
其实我在学校我根本听不懂他在教我们。
啊？
他的很乱的，我不知道他在讲你的其实。
OK。
也是2点多啊。
等下我看一下，你看过这个了吗？
没有。
没有，这样子还在第2课。还在第2课。那么你的学校，我们那天是教了，我们是教到那个叫做，我们教完了动物的 cell 吗？plant 的 cell 我们还没有讲到。Well, we are actually halfway, and actually I can go quite fast if I want. Do we really need to? Just 我还是这样讲，不要乱 cancel 多少，要 cancel 多好，都是 cancel 其他的，不要 cancel 你们的。不过尽量不要 cancel，还是因为有。
relative atomic mass 是 formula 是跟前面的那个4个系。
是这个也是一样的嘛？它是现在还跟你讲，还有4个 element x 等于5个 oxygen 嘛？然后 x 这个是不是它的 actual symbol 啊？
它的也是一样找 Q 啊。
没有，你也是不用找 Q， 他现在是跟你讲，刚才你是用 just now you're using Q to do it right. For this one you're using 4x equals to 5 oxygen. So x is how much? That's all.
that's all. 因为它是变成 what is the relative?
Yeah, x is actually the relative atomic for element x 嘛 ，right?
我看这个 RAF， 我会看一个 relative atomic mass， 以为是一样的。
没有吗？我们刚才上面做不是也是放 relative atomic mass 所以其实是很简单的，不要自己吓自己。你们的你们就是我们是上一堂拜五那天的上个拜五你们的课我没有上嘛，bio哈，因为我不得空啊。MS 的话，MS 上个星期我们没有上课吗？有不是？有吗？上个星期15我有上吗？15号，我忘记了，我忘记拿attendance了。原因是我是建议你有时候不过你们的岁数干嘛还吵架？这不出奇的，你跟父母吵架不出奇的，在你们这个岁数不正常，正常的。像我这个岁数，我偶尔都会跟我妈吵架，不要讲你们，对不对？这不出奇的。不过等你出去读书过后，你就突然发现到其实你就会不自然而然不会去跟他吵架。那 OK，Don't need to let me know 吗？
吵完架了，是不是前吵架？不是就游戏的时候吵到很大，他就直接不想加我去，我没有还要去上去我房间。我就跟你讲，没有的，是我过来怎样跟你讲。
不要紧张，我这里没有问题的，你只要等下等我去弄好那个。Okay, so now 4 atoms of X. So we say 4. Now, well, this one is he likes to use Q. Actually, normally like mine. If we say X element, I mean the RAM for X. So I will use 4X equals to 5 times 16.
因为上面它有讲啊 x is not the actual
Yeah, but normally we will still use 4x. You know why? Because normally we will say 4x equals to 5 oxygen. So that's why. So Q will be equal to 20. So your relative atomic mass for element X will be 20. Okay? Correct? This one is quite easy actually. Up till now, we haven't go to the hard one yet. Because now relative molecular mass comes in. This is the one who is a bit harder. So for relative atomic mass, okay, so relative atomic mass of a molecule, we define it as a average mass of molecular when compared with 1/12 times of the mass of the carbon 12. So carbon 12 atom. So it's still the same. Actually, it's just now is relative atomic mass. We are calculating for one atom. Now we are calculating for the whole molecule. So the formula will be relative molecular mass RMM equals to the average mass of one molecule times the 1/12 times the mass of the one atom of carbon 12.
So we need to find the atom how much and then
No, normally he will provide to you as well. It's just that the average mass is how much. Let's say, for example, when we have NaCl, for example, the molecule involved is NaCl, right? So NaCl, the mass of one molecule now will be equals to 1 Na plus Cl. So it's the RAM of Na plus the RAM of Cl. So that's the only difference. We need to calculate the relative atomic mass of this one plus this one. Let's say change. H2SO4. So it will be equal to 2H plus 1S plus 4O. That's it. 2 relative atomic mass, 2 times hydrogen mass plus 1 times sulfur mass plus 4 times oxygen mass. So it's actually according to how many molecule, how many atom involves. Okay, so let us see. For example, based on this diagram, the mass of one motor molecule is equals to 18 times greater than 1/12 times the mass of a carbon atom. So we know that the relative molecular mass of the water will be 18. Because this one is said 18. Okay, there are 18 of them. Okay, so the terms relative molecular mass can only be used for substances that are made up of molecules. For ionic compound, they use the term of relative formula mass or RFM. So just now, this one is called RFM. We can't say RMM, but the theory is the same. Theory behind is always the same. Okay, so for example, let us see example 4. So try to calculate the relative molecular mass for each of the following compound: ammonia, ethanoic acid, and tetrachloromethane. Okay, so how much is it? So try to do it. NH3 how much? CH3COOH how much? CCl4 how much? Just now I already mentioned to you, right, how to get the relative molecular mass from here. So for example, NH3 means that H, okay, H plus 3 times, N plus 3 times H. This is how. Okay, so this is how we calculate. OK， 文成私下做哦。那个贤君好像是还在 on the way 哈。贤君，你回马六甲哪里？会刚好还是马六甲的呢？我爸爸啦。哎，哥罗啊，哎呦，这样子很近呢，我老家在奔班了哎。 这么多金啊！文班的话就是嘉兴啊。哦，你住埃格罗的嘿 ？OK。
我去找啊。
没有，过年的时候我就要避开埃格罗，大家看到啊。没有啦，埃格罗很不错嘞，埃格罗很多东西吃嘞，又东西玩很多，那种 shopping 有2个 shopping，还好啦。OK 了，埃格罗一定要经过，我们时常经过。他那边去吃那种好像来点心啊那些很近嘛。我上去不 get 不乱啊，所以一定会经过埃格罗。我这样子先进，改天你改天大学的时候不是选定 UTM 啊？你父母不是一定叫你去选 UTM？不一定是你自己不一定是吗？你就有机也选机也是跟我上次一样啊。我一开始的时候不是选沙拉万就选沙巴的哦，大学的时候，后来我妈妈叫我选关丹哦。对，我就知道，我妈叫我 first choice、second choice 放 UMP，因为我要看到你在进京嘛。然后我其他就选远点哦。那你知道他真的做 first choice， 看到都累，他没有累我都很累。我本来放 UTM 在 first choice 的，分分钟不小心我就中 UTM 了嘛，不会了哈。我就做我弟弟的 senior，
哇！
然后我就去欺负他。
我时期的妹妹才我们学校
我的 first choice UMP University Malaysia Pahang， 所以我就中了 University Malaysia Pahang 在关丹。我妈妈每天都给我惊喜，我爸爸妈妈进吗？他要找我的时候，他就到了，他再打电话给我，我们已经在你的宿舍外面等了哦。我后来搬去北干，他有2间学校了，一间在甘麦，一间在北干。后来的时候在北干，北干的时候他没有本事进来吗？他在甘邦的时候他有累哦。When I was in UMP Gambang, right, it's too near, with your parents. So what happened is they will give you a call on Sunday, 7 something morning. They say, surprise, we are in front of your, in front of your dorm, man. Then I was like, because during last time, the first time they do this, I was, what the hell? I was in Kuantan, man. I already in Kuantan. So I was like, what the heck? Because I was accompanying my ex-girlfriend to have a to have a look on the sunrise scenery in the beach. So when my mom called me, seems like very happy. So I said, sorry, I was in Kuantan. Why you're in Kuantan this early? I was having fun looking at the sunrise. With who? Can I don't want to tell you? I said, so where are you? I said, can I don't want to tell you as well? They say, cannot. Okay, sorry. I'm in at the beach. So may I know why you are calling me this early? I already in front of your dome. I said, oh, okay. And then I was forced to introduce my girlfriend to them. Forced to do so. Okay. So now let's have a look. So for ammonia, ammonia, it was like one nitrogen plus 3 hydrogen. So it's like 14 times 3 1 is equal to 17. The other one, CH3COOH. So there are 2 carbon, 4 hydrogen. Okay, because there are 2 carbon, CH3C. So why they do like this? CH3COOH. Because, now let me show you why. There are some reasons why they do so. So why they do CH3COOH? Because sometimes for what you call for some structures, the way of writing is based on their structure as well. Okay, the formula is based on the chemical structure as well. For example, CH3COOH. Okay, so CH3COOH. Sorry. So it's actually talking about 1, 2, CH3, H, H, H. And while the other C will be with O, no, like this. Not two oxygen. It's actually one. Why is it COOH? Because it's one oxygen with another hydroxide. Where hydroxide is negative, this one is two positive. So that's why you need two bonds here.
Then why the one is only?
Because only one H can be either positive plus or one positive or one negative. So that's why it becomes like this. So that's why you see CH3 COOH. This is why they write it like this. Okay, this one normally found where? Normally we are using when there involves the what you call the bond of carbon. Okay, especially when there's a what you call single bond with double bond, then they normally will write like this. Okay, so this is why COOH occurred. So now come back here. So you will just include how many of them? So 4 hydrogen, 1, 3. So 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. So we'll get 60, the answer. So for the molecular mass of tetrachloromethane, so it will be tetrachloromethane is actually tetrachloro means 4 chloro. So 4 chlorine with one carbon. So you'll get 154. So you get all correct?
The CH3
You got 62. Why? Okay, so please be careful on doing this kind of answer. So now, next, again, so let us give you another, what I call that. Yes, another questions because we will finish, what I call that. We will finish chapter 3.1, where I think we can go a bit slower because you need to understand more on this first before you go to the next one. So try this. And please allows me to open another one. 6:30. Now, for this one is relative formula mass, where it involves like iron, metallic iron like magnesium, copper, ammonium. ammonium 怎么会是 relative formula？哦，因为这个 ammonia 的关系对 ammonia 的关系嘞，ammonia 本身是钾，好像是这个好像是 NH4，好像哎NH4是 ammonium，说 ammonium 是钾，这样对了。6:30 we have 那个叫什么 class 啊？那个叫 science class。
那个 NH 说的跟这个是times，它是 n times two times n，and then
two times H4 means that 它有两个的意思。这你是下面这个第三个哈。Okay, for this one so NH4 two means that there are two of them.
so like
You need to have 2N. Then this one 4H, right? You need times 2 again. So 8H total. Like this. 8H 嘛，因为4个 H 乘2嘛。Done? Done? Okay, so done. So let us have a look on the answer as well. Okay, so let's have a look. So the relative molecular mass of magnesium oxide is magnesium 24O1. So 24 plus 16 equals to 40. So for copper 2 chloride, CuCl2, so there are 2 Cl with 1 copper. So copper is 64 times plus 2 times 35.5. So you get 135. For ammonium sulfate, you can see that there are 2 ammonium ion. So what we can do is like this. First, this is the internal for 1 ammonium. So 14 times 4 hydrogen. So the other one, then we do another times 2 total. What is 4? Yeah. 4 times 1, 4. So plus 32 plus 4 times 16. So you get 132. Okay. So any questions? You have questions? You doing all correct? Okay. So 文成有没有问题？
没有。
贤君有没有问题？ No. Okay. So if that's the case, I will end my class here today. So see you on what I call next class.
听起来文章可以文章，
因为它不难哦。
我听我心里讲的，可能做要